The first phase of this product was to build an MVP off an initial round of validation. That took 2 months to do, and then we got it straight into the App Store. And the whole point of this phase was purely just to collect feedback from users and actually check if the validation was right or wrong, and if users were actually willing to enter a trial and use the app. The initial idea was that we would convert all of the raw Apple Health data to usable metrics from a fitness perspective, so that if you're training for something specific, you know when you can push yourself and when you can rest. We also had another aspect of the app as well, which was to record daily habits, and then we could use AI to correspond your health metrics to your habits and show what's actually working to improve your metrics and what's not working. So for the past month or so, I've just been improving on those charts, making them more accurate and actually making them more useful for users based on the feedback that I've been collecting. When I first built the MVP, I was looking at all the different UI libraries and NPM packages to actually put these charts together. I found that a lot of the solutions were either completely bloated or just produced pretty ugly UI. So I ended up rolling my own solution on that instead. And I've actually found the options that come out of the box with React Native have been pretty solid for building some decent UI. So if I was to just do this again, I wouldn't even bother looking at any of the UI libraries. I think you can get pretty decent UI just from using React Native views and style tags. Now the charts are in a really solid place. We're running ads, recording users' journey through the app with tools like Mixpanel, and then collecting feedback through every step of the journey, when they onboard the app, when they're using the app, and if they delete the app as well. So at this point, I've just turned the app into a feedback machine, and the entire point here is just to collect as much data and feedback as possible so I know how I can pivot the product and where I can move next. The result of this is I've collected over 100 pieces of feedback, and I have a load of analytics in Mixpanel to understand the user journey. The general consensus is that people are willing to enter a trial and willing to use the app, but they actually have a fixed goal in mind, be it get fitter, lose weight, get stronger. And so I'm going to pivot the product next to actually provide value for those specific goals up front. Right now, users can access all of their data on the charts that we've created, but if they don't know what to do with that data, then the app doesn't provide much value up front. So I've analysed all of the feedback, I've done a lot of user research on competitor products, and I've also been reading a lot of books as well about how to get users to stay engaged with an app. I'm going to remove the habit tracking feature because from the analytics, it's obvious that users aren't actually using this. We're going to generate training plans based on the onboarding flow that users can stick to long term and actually keep them engaged with the app for a longer period of time as well. In the book Hooked, the author talks about triggers that actually encourage the user to engage with your app on a daily basis and actually integrate that as part of their daily habits. So to do this, I'm going to use push notifications to give users a general overview of all of their health data at the start of every single day, and then keep them engaged long term with the training program that's been generated bespoke to them. That means we're back to the drawing board, and I'm back on Figma doing a complete design refresh. And this time I'm spending a lot more time in the design phase, making sure that the UI and UX is really on point. Now, when you're designing apps, I found the biggest thing that can actually make or break an app design is to have appropriately sized fonts, and that means have fixed font sizes that you can jump between in your design, so the text sizes are not just all over the place and they actually properly complement each other. You would have seen examples of this in libraries like Tailwind or Chakra UI. Apple already offer a UI kit that can be added directly to Figma. This means you don't actually have to come up with all of the text files yourself. Just install that UI kit, and then when you go to Figma, you can apply a text style to the text. So all of the fixed sizes are automatically available. This just completely streamlines the entire app design process. So this is what we're working on now, building a brand new dashboard with improved metrics and then generating long-term plans that actually help users achieve their goals. So the next steps are to remove the features that aren't working, introduce new features based on user feedback, and then just carry on collecting feedback, looking at the analytics, tweaking the ads, until eventually we get to a point of profitability. At the moment, we've had over 250 users sign up and enter a trial, but only a small percentage of those have actually converted. So at the moment, the app is not profitable based on the cost of ads. We're spending £20 a day on ads, so £600 a month. And in the last month, we've made about $150 MRR. So obviously a substantial loss from that regard, but the whole point of this process is not to be profitable at this point. It's just exploration, understanding the market, understanding the users, tweaking it slowly over time until we get to profitability. I know you see a lot of people online that just hit a winner first time, but I think it's just important to understand that that is very unlikely to happen. So I want to at least present a different angle of the actual grind that it takes to actually make an app profitable, rather than just showing people that buy a winning lottery ticket. But once the new features have launched and I have more data to work from, I'll update you with another video to let you know how I've got on with all of that stuff. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.